Ollie the small owl lived in a pine forest at twilight. The other animals, like Billy the bunny and Sally the squirrel, were always playing games together. But they never included Ollie because he was too small to play their big games. One day, Ollie had an idea. He suggested that everyone should take turns playing different games. This way, everyone could have fun. The other animals thought it was a great idea and decided to try it out. They started with Billy's favorite game, hide and seek. At first, Billy would hide while the others counted to 10. Then, Sally would look for him. If she found him before the time was up, she got to be it next. This way, they all got a chance to play and have fun together. Next, they played tag. Ollie loved this game because he was fast and could fly. But when it was his turn to be it, he had to let the others go before he could catch them again. They took turns like this until everyone had a chance to be it. They also played hopscotch, red light, green light, and many other games. Each game was more fun because they were taking turns. Ollie was happy that his idea had brought everyone closer together. As the night grew darker, it was time for bed. Ollie flew over to Billy and Sally and said goodnight. "Remember," he whispered, "taking turns lets everyone have fun." And with that, they all went to sleep, dreaming of their next adventure together. The next day, Ollie woke up with a big smile on his face. He couldn't wait to tell Billy and Sally about their new game plan. They met under the old oak tree where they had their first game of tag. "Good morning, friends," chirped Ollie. "Remember our promise to take turns?" Billy nodded excitedly. "Absolutely. That means we get to play even more games together." Sally agreed. "And we can try out new ones too. Maybe we could even invent our own game." Together, they brainstormed ideas for their very own forest-friendly game. They thought about using acorns as balls, branches as goals, and even creating their own scoring system. After hours of fun, they finally came up with a great idea. Forest Frenzy. Forest Frenzy was a mix between tag and hopscotch. One player would be the fox, while the others tried to avoid being caught by running through a maze of branches and holes in the ground. The first player to make it all the way around without getting tagged became the new fox. They spent the rest of the day playing Forest Frenzy and other games they had come up with. Everyone took turns being it or helping to set up the game. Ollie watched as his friends laughed, played, and had fun together. He knew that taking turns wasn't just about fairness. It was about creating a community where everyone could shine bright. As twilight began to fall once again, they all gathered under the old oak tree for one last game of tag. Ollie looked around at his friends and smiled. "Remember," he said softly, "taking turns lets everyone have fun." And with that, they all drifted off to sleep, dreaming of their next adventure together. The next day, the forest friends woke up early and eager to play more games together. They gathered under the old oak tree where they had their first game of forest frenzy. Ollie looked around at his excited friends and smiled. "Remember," he said softly, "taking turns lets everyone have fun." They spent the morning playing different variations of their favorite games. Some days, Billy would choose a new game to try out, while other days, Sally would suggest they add a new twist to an old one. No matter what they played, everyone took turns and had fun together. As the sun began to set over the pine trees, the forest friends realized it was time for their nightly meeting under the old oak tree. They gathered around, each with a big smile on their face, eager to hear about the new game idea that Ollie had come up with. "Tonight," announced Ollie, "we're going to play a game called Shadow Tag. The person who is it has to chase everyone else and tag them by touching their shadow." Everyone cheered and ran off to find the best spot for their shadows. Soon, they were all laughing and running around, trying not to get caught by the person chasing them. The game was even more fun because they were using something new, their shadows. After a few rounds of shadow tag, Ollie suggested they try out a new game he had heard about from another forest friend. It was called Leaf Jump. The player had to jump over a pile of leaves without touching them. If they touched a leaf, they were out. They spent the rest of the evening playing Leaf Jump and other games they had come up with. Each time they took turns, everyone got a chance to be it or try something new. As twilight fell once again, they all gathered under the old oak tree for one last game of tag. Ollie looked around at his friends and smiled. "Remember," he said softly, "taking turns lets everyone have fun." And with that, they all drifted off to sleep, dreaming of their next adventure together.